Guys, we got to talk about this off the bat. The UK may need... Okay, the UK, the coronavirus, COVID, is not the worst thing that's happening overseas right now, because the Weetabix Twitter account, which is the UK version of Weet-Bix, tweeted something so horrific. And, you know, we were doing unpopular opinions for a hot minute on this podcast, and we might bring that segment back. This was one of the most unpopular opinions I've seen in a while. So we also like to do unlikely food combinations. So this is very on brand, this one for the podcast. Weetabix tweeted, "Why should bread have all the fun when there's Weet-Bix? Serving up Heinz beans on Bix for breakfast with a twist." And it's a picture of beans on Weet-Bix. Look, I'm all for trying new things. Actually, I'm not. I'm not at all. I got halfway through saying that and realized that's almost against the morals of this podcast and the mantra of what we do here. We actually hate trying new things here, guys. I actually last week, didn't I separate a sausage and a sandwich on two different plates?
Was this at the cricket?
No, like here.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
I was
she
having
did. Yeah,
lunch,
she did, yeah.
and then Meg was like, "Oh, there's sausages in the fridge from last night, and maybe make yourself a sandwich because there's only a couple." And I put a sausage by itself on a plate, and then a sandwich on another plate.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
Yeah. So, guys, I hate even mixing. I hate the idea of mixing things. I like beans on bread for some reason. Like baked beans on bread, fine.
Yeah.
But I've always been against raw dogging Bix. It needs to have some moisture in there. I get that the beans provide it with some moisture, but the bean sauce wouldn't completely, what's the word I'm looking for? Saturate the Bix. Like, I want sloppy Bix. I hate when you don't put enough milk in and it crunches.
It's real crunchy and chunky,
yeah, you just feel like it goes down your throat like, it's no good. So the best part about this was this tweet went viral. It was huge all around the world, mainly because corporate accounts started responding to this tweet. And guys, the level of corporate banter that's been happening on Twitter lately has definitely improved. Specsavers from their official Twitter account commented, "Removes glasses, puts on blindfold." Now that's funny because they're a glasses business, you know? Domino's Pizza UK said, "Us, people on pineapple on pizza." People on pizza. People on pizza. Imagine if it was people on pizza is the most controversial food ever.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck pineapple, cannibalism on pizza. Imagine getting that. The Army Hammer special from Domino's, where you just like eat some chick, you know, on your pizza base. Guys, yeah, pineapple on pizza, horrible. Weetabix, hold my spoon, 88,000 likes. People love it when an official account responds to anything.
My personal favorite one is the official State of Israel Twitter account.
What did they say?
"Finally something that all Middle Eastern countries can agree on. Just no."
That's very good. The NHS, which is like a health organization, said the National Health Society, isn't it? Or something.
I think so, yeah.
They said that tweet should come with a health warning. Nando's said, "You okay, hun? DMs are open if you need to talk." And then KFC responded with, "Let's set aside our differences to prosecute this under the Geneva Convention." So a lot of good banter being thrown around. One that just didn't hit the mark. Even the GCHQ, which I assume is an intelligence agency, they said, "We found no intelligence." Funny. RSPCA England tried to get in on the banter, completely missed the mark. Like, these other tweets have these other responses from, National Rail have gone, due to Weet-Bix adding beans to their cereal, all services will be delayed while we figure out what's happening. That's a bit of funny train banter, because we all know that's how train people talk, right? That's what they say over the big speaker. And that's why that is 45,000 likes. RSPCA England, fire the fuck out of your Twitter person. They've gone, this is to the Wheat Bix and Beans tweet. They've gone, what the shih tzu is this? Oh, bad start to the tweet. And then they've gone like a little cat emoji. Should have gone a dog emoji, idiots. Obviously, we adore our hinds and we love chowing down on a Wheat Bix, but this looks pretty woof to us. You must be barking mad. Delete your account. What the fuck? Okay, there was some hot banter being thrown around by KFC, Nando's, Specsavers. Just keep saving animals and stop trying to amuse people on Twitter. All right, you already do great work. Even Xbox had a better call than you. Xbox went rare achievement unlocked. Literally the worst thing we've ever seen. You're getting beaten by a fucking console. They don't have to be funny. They just have to make it not shit. That's all consoles really have to do is like don't be shit. And that's all fans want of video games. Oh man, RSPCA lift. That was the most disappointing thing about that. But let's get to the actual issue here. I have two issues with this. One, why is the UK version of Wheat Bix called Weetabix? I got Reese to look it up beforehand. What'd you say? It's just to distinguish between the two.
Yeah, that's all I could find on it, yeah.
Why is a company, like I'm assuming Sanitarium own both, or the same company, whoever owns Sanitarium would own them both, I imagine. Why would they want there to be two different brands worldwide? Like, that's like the UK version of Coca-Cola. Oh, wait. Being called Coca-Cola or Coca-Cola. Weetabix. Just call it Wheat Bix. Or call ours Weetabix. I hate Weetabix. It makes me sound stupid. Because if you said I had some Weetabix to anyone in Australia, because here it's just called Wheat Bix, they'd be like, what the fuck did you have? Are you saying that wrong? Are you dumb? And I'd be like, oh yeah, sorry, there's too much fiber in my brain for how much Weetabix I've been having. And my second issue is, Australia, you saw this tweet. It went viral all around the world. Scott Morrison saw it, I'm assuming. Why are we still a part of the Commonwealth? They're putting beans on Wheat Bix. That's our time to leave. That's our cue to be like, nah. I'd take Lizzie off the $5 note if I had the power to. I just don't. I'm just a guy with a moderately successful podcast from Australia. Not even, you know? It's kind of successful. There's more successful podcasts. You know, who's got a more successful podcast? Maybe Hamish and Andy could do something about it. Will Anderson, start talking about it. I don't know. Who else is big? I don't really know many podcasts. Auntie Donna, boys, bring this to people's attention. We don't have the platform here. We don't have enough people. But people in the UK, start writing petitions. You can't just... There has to be order. This is why there's laws and this is why there's rules. You can't just be going about with no order. You can't just be putting beans on Wheat Bix, you know? What's next? This is why Boost, on the other Luke and Lewis the other day, I don't know if you saw this, we tried these new Boost flavors that they've released. They've released like soy sauce and
Oh, yes, I have.
like their sauce flavors. It was like barbecue sauce and mango. You know what? It wasn't terrible. The balsamic one was awful because don't put vinegar in a cup, right? Cook with it. Don't put it in a cup and drink it out of a straw. What the fuck is wrong with you? Put it on a chip. But there has to be... This is what happens when there's no order, is like these companies who are... You know, KFC is going to come out with like, I don't know, a fucking milkshake burger. What? They will. They'll be like, they'll just douse... You know what they'll make an ice cream burger. They'll get a fucking zinger and then they'll just pour strawberry milkshake over it and be like, give us $3 extra. It's a new thing. I'm not really too concerned about the Wheat Bix and bean crossover, because they are two breakfast cereals. It's not like they're putting Wheat Bix and, carrots together. That would be insane. But, or like Wheat Bix and what's another, or what would be awful with Wheat Bix? I'm going to keep doing this until I think of it. Hot dogs. That would be terrible. Wheat Bix and processed meat, awful, right? Glad I had the thinking time. But it's the beginning of a slippery slope is why this one shook me. People talk about it in my Discord going like, look, it's good. It's actually good banter from Wheat Bix, because obviously they're doing it for some publicity, and bang, they got it. Now mildly successful podcasts from Australia are talking about them.
So